Hello there, my tribe, my XRP army. Hope you're all doing well. Everybody out there in YouTube land. Want to talk to you today about an announcement I heard a couple days ago. And before I make that announcement, do you remember back in 2008, 2009 when they announced that they had to introduce some emergency liquidity? The Federal Reserve had to step in and introduce $880 billion into the banking industry to keep a worldwide collapse from happening. And who was it? Who was it? Fairman Chet at the time. He came out and said that the world was about 4 hours away from total financial collapse if they hadn't stepped in and promised that $880 billion of disbursements to keep the banks liquid so the banks wouldn't go into default and close. Do you remember how long they said it was going to take to disperse that $880 billion? It was a long time. I think it was spaced out over many months, maybe even a year plus. I'd have to look that up to remember exactly. But that was $880 billion. Now they quantitative ease in $1, $2, $3 trillion at a time. Did you catch it a couple days ago? Do you remember the day the U.S. debt went over $1 trillion? Do you remember that day? Do you remember when they announced that $880 billion of emergency money to be flooded into the banking system to provide liquidity so they wouldn't all fail? Do you remember those days? And just a couple days ago, 2, maybe 3 days ago, they came out and announced that the U.S. debt had just passed $37 trillion. 37 trillion. And nobody batted an eye. Did anybody even hear about it? Did you go, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Do you remember the first trillion? I remember the first trillion because I remember people saying that everything was going to collapse when the first $1 trillion worth of debt happened, and it didn't happen. And it didn't happen at 2, and at 5, and at 10, and at 20. Now we're at 37, and it's taking less than 90 days to add $1 trillion to our debt. That doesn't continue forever. It does not. We've been skating by, and we have been blessed, I guess you could say, with the world's greatest economy. How long can we kick this can down the road? Maybe Trump can get us a few more years, but he's got a long way to go. And you can't contract the money supply. If you do not understand that, then you do not understand how fiat currencies work. A fiat currency requires ever-increasing amounts of debt to be produced in order to remain in business. Royally screwed is what that means. So, what's all that got to do with Joe Kryptonite? Hey XRP, $100,000 today, please. Do you think maybe I want to say buy XRP? Because fiat is going to fail and take everything you have right along with it that is not a tangible item? Something's going to come up out of those ashes. And what's going to come out of it is cryptocurrency. And XRP is, Ripple/XRP is light years ahead of everybody else. So says I. I am not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. But you might want to get some. That's what I got for you. Debt. Lots and lots of debt. And we got plenty of it, and we're stacking it like there's no tomorrow. But there is a tomorrow. Tomorrow comes, and you need to be ready for it. And being ready for it means to not be swallowed up by the debt when it catches up to us. God bless you all. Take care, and I'm out.